So I don't want to sit here and sound like a doomer, but things just keep getting worse, it seems, at least from an optics perspective. Now, I've said this before in the past, that Destiny will continue, at least as far as we know. And we're going to get episode 2, we're going to get episode 3, but after that, it's pretty, unknown in terms of what's going to happen after that. We also know there's going to be some kind of 10-year anniversary event, which I'm very surprised that hasn't been talked about yet. I'm not going to say too much about that event because I've only looked at leaks and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Although I will just say it seems pretty underwhelming, barring some announcement that, makes it any better than that. And, the only substantial thing we know about Destiny's future is that the updates are going to be more the size and tempo of Into the Light, which sounds good, but the consistency of these packages, or content packs, and how much content they have, when are they going to drop, how large of a gap in between these content packs are we going to have. Again, they're all questions that need answering. And, whether or not there's going to be a Destiny 3 at some point, or maybe like a couple years down the road, there might be some sort of major Destiny expansion as opposed to, us just continuing to get fed these content packs. The reason that this video, the title here, is going to be probably a little negative, because more and more stuff just keeps coming out, and none of it is about the future of Destiny. And I want the focus to be the fact that there's this mobile game coming out called Destiny Rising, at least that's the project name. There's more stuff that's going to come out about it soon, and Bungie's been working on this for a while. I think the copyright patent went out a long time ago with NetEase. We just haven't gotten any news on it until recently. Jeff Grubb confirmed the rumors that, or rather corroborated, that the Destiny Rising rumors were true, and that announcements would be coming out soon. Now, we know a huge part of the layoffs was simply the fact that there was this project called Payback, which we eventually learned was a third-person shooter, not Destiny 3. And specifically, Mark Noseworthy and Luke Smith were heading that project and got laid off as a result because, Bungie already had Marathon stuff going on, plus Payback, plus, future Destiny stuff. So there was just so many paths, and none of them were towards fixing Destiny 2 and its problem bringing in revenue. And this just seems like it might be an extension of that, or at least I hope it isn't. Seems like a lot of repeating the same mistakes which led to the layoffs. Now, that being said, I don't know how much money or time it takes to make a mobile game, and if it's successful, maybe it works out, but it just seems like a cheap, easy way for Bungie to get revenue. And listen, there's two ways you can look at this, right? Of course, the first one is the one I already mentioned, that this is going to take development time away from Destiny, although NetEase could be doing a majority of the development, so Bungie might not even have to worry about it. Bungie might just be doing, marketing and, giving some tips and whatnot to NetEase on development, or, just collaborating with them in a sense. So this could be just an easy win for Bungie if that is the case, because then they probably split the money with NetEase or have some kind of contract that helps NetEase make some money, because if they're leading development, they have to get paid for it. And obviously, this isn't if it's an easy way for Bungie to make money and put that into Destiny again, then that's great. It's phenomenal. It's what you want to see. But you hope, again, it's not taking anything away from that. And I think really it's just the optics again. A majority of this is optics from the community's perspective, because we're getting news about a mobile Destiny game before, the next major Destiny release, because episodes are okay. Like, let's be honest, they're not groundbreaking. They're really just seasons mixed up ever so slightly. They're essentially the same thing, though. And just getting more of that, you know, it's exciting in a sense that you can have the comfort of knowing what's coming, but also we need some innovation here. We need change, and we are kind of getting that in episode 2 with Revenant. The acts are going to be released all at once as opposed to being released week by week, which means Act 1 comes out, you can play that in its entirety. Act 2 comes out, the same thing, but you do have to wait in between acts, which is, you know, a problem as well. But maybe Bungie will just be like, hey, go play Destiny Rising in between your episodes and your acts and whatnot. You know, go play our new mobile game, which actually is kind of genius for people who are addicted to Destiny like me, although I've been enjoying the break recently, playing games that I don't usually get to play, and you know, putting my feet in different games. That is a weird statement that I just said. Feet, like dipping my feet in the water of different games is more so what I wanted to go with there. Anyways, it's not looking good. You stack this on top of some of the stuff that came out about Christopher Barrett in Marathon, how he was just being a completely inappropriate person in the workplace, and it took Bungie a while to figure that out. And more in-game stuff, Destiny 2's Trials of the Osiris mode, which is a mode I used to love a lot, but it's so bad now. It's hit its lowest concurrent player count in history, and of course fans are concerned. And you know, the PvP strike team, I don't know what they've been up to recently, but it has not been PvP, and who knows, maybe they got laid off. I actually haven't heard anything about that, so I'm gonna assume they didn't get laid off, or they did and it just didn't get noticed. But I mean, you can kind of tell because Trials has gotten zero love recently. We always have these types of ebbs and flows with Destiny. It does feel different. I'll kind of echo what Dado was saying, you know, someone who's also been around since the beginning. You know, this feels different because originally when Destiny came out, they always talked about the 10-year plan, and nobody ever thought that we would get to 10 years, especially after the initial release of Destiny. But here we are now, and we're past that 10-year mark, and it's kind of like, well, what's next? And Bungie literally either has no idea what they're doing next, because it's still like in the earliest stages of development, or they have nothing. Like, I doubt that that's the case, but it's certainly a possibility, and that would explain why they haven't come forward, is because maybe they haven't had the time nor the manpower to put a plan into action or even make the plan. So, I mean, you could certainly understand that. All I'll say is I hope the Thursday Twit has at least something talking about the future, even if it's the near future, because the only thing you have to look forward to in this game right now is episode 2, and I think we're about a month away from that, so that's not terribly exciting. I mean, I guess Festival of the Lost enjoyers, you can get preemptively excited for that, but that's also a month or so away. So yeah, I mean, when it rains, it pours, and right now in the Destiny community, it is raining cats and dogs. Not literally, it's just bad, okay? Let me know how you guys are taking this content drought. Are you playing other games? Are you still playing Destiny? If you are, what are you doing in Destiny? I'd love to hear that. I know some people might be new to the game because, you know, Final Shape was fantastic and maybe it was on sale or something. But that's gonna end it from me. I'll see you guys in the next one.